Elden Ring became one of my favorite games of all time very quickly. It was a fantastic experience and I highly recommend everyone plays it if they haven't, but of course when games blow up like this one, the media finds some way to attack them and attempt to make their followers hate it. We have seen a lot of attacks on this game, but of course another article was released that calls FromSofware sexist since millennia. A woman is a hard boss to defeat. I have a bunch of things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media, like Twitter or mine, so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this is an article on Polygon's website, and I hadn't heard of this writer before, this journalist hack, so I wanted to see what else they've done, and they have only put up 4 articles on Polygon's website. They're all opinion pieces. Hades is about erotic punishment. Overwatch. Arcane embraces queer aesthetics but settles for a maybe ship. And their newest article says Elden Ring's millennia embodies FromSofware's problem with women. As soon as I saw this headline, I knew this article was going to be a nightmare. I've played Elden Ring, I absolutely love it, and yes, Millennia is an extremely difficult boss fight, but at the same time, she is such a satisfying one. When you finally defeat her, you feel like a god. It is an amazing fight. The lore surrounding this character is amazing. There's no way you could make her better, but of course, these journalist hacks are going to find a way to make everybody hate her, or FromSofware, they're going to at least try. It says she lies there deep in the belly of the Halig tree, as if she had merely dozed off in the shafts of light that filter down. Millennia the Severed has fallen to pieces, her one good arm resting at the feet of the whirls and gnarls that held her childlike brother. This article starts off like a bad fan fiction. It is just so bad. It says instead of becoming an uncontested favorite, she frustrated fans and revealed the limitation of FromSofware's imagination. And right off the bat, I have to completely disagree with what they're saying, because she did become an uncontested favorite. While yes, everybody who fought her said she was difficult, she wasn't an easy fight, she's probably one of the hardest fights that FromSofware has ever created, it was so fulfilling to defeat her, and she did become most people's favorite character in this game and favorite boss fight. I thought that she was amazing. Yes, it took me 100 tries to defeat her, but I finally did it, and I absolutely love her. It says, though, as you encounter her, she is instantly imposing. Her presence is quietly scary. Her movements are honed and practiced. Her voice is calm and unemotional. Her face is impassive. Everything in the first phase of the fight is designed to thwart and emasculate. There's a deep humor in the idea of a woman whose very attacks steal health from you just to empower herself. And the ultimate joke, just when you think you've knocked her down, she gets back up one last time. Nobody was saying things like this about this character and about this fight. You know, there's a joke behind the fact that she steals health from you to empower herself. She was a great boss fight, and nobody brought that up because nobody viewed it that way. She exemplifies the way FromSofware writes women in its games. Whether bosses or NPCs you meet in the wild, these women have a shared condition. They exist in tragically declined worlds, sharing a specific brokenness, disfigurement, abandonment, and loss. They are afflicted by gender. And the cure for when they are obstacles instead of mutedly helpful is for the player to enact violence. FromSofware's female characters who deviate from this quiet doll-like appearance are still written with a lack of emotionality, which feels close to masculine stoicism. It's a strange emptiness that informs every permeation of the character that women embody in these games. Now, people are allowed to dislike her boss fight, backstory, whatever, because she's just a character, but to see them complain about her gender is mind-blowing. Hacks like this have demanded representation in games. forums saying women should be important to stories, have main roles in games, be boss fights, yet now this very popular developer is doing it and it's a problem. They have complained that women can be strong and equals to men in games, and they haven't been represented in titles enough. Yet since Melania is a very difficult boss fight and one of the main fights in the games, it's a problem because she frustrated players with her difficulty. These people just cannot make up their minds. This idea, of course, didn't start with this journalist. It's been an ongoing theme for years now. No one can be a bad guy anymore. Unless your bad guy is a straight white male, then you're an isterophobe, and even bad guys that are monstrous are accused of being racial allegories. This journalist is doing nothing more than perpetuating this insane idea, and they certainly didn't come up with it themselves, but they are dumb enough to buy into it. While yes, she was a very difficult boss fight, I absolutely loved her, and if you read into the lore, if you look into her backstory, she does have a very tragic yet very emotionally impactful story. I think that she's great, and everybody that I know at least absolutely loves this character. It says her boss fight is punishingly difficult, and the audience's hostile and competitive attitudes about it are often steeped in gender toxicity. Yes, again, she is very difficult, but that doesn't really matter because everybody loved her at the end of the day. Now they decide to reference numerous Reddit posts, videos, and tweets talking about players' failures or successes while littered with sexist slurs, and I figured, okay, maybe they'd be referencing some very popular threads that were posted when this game initially came out, but no, that's not what they're doing here. They're saying that, you know, the backlash around this character is steeped in gender toxicity, and they're referencing posts like this that have 8 upvotes. I mean, all they said was, the bitch is finally dead. Okay, 8 upvotes. This was 7 months ago, and this is the best example that you have? They also brought up tweets. All they simply typed in on Twitter was Melania and bitch, and of course, if you look at these keywords now, everybody is laughing at this article, so whatever they were trying to prove, they can't now. Of course, the Polygon tweet about this did kind of blow up. People are posting just savage memes. Game journalism strikes again. Hey, we're working here. And it's Kotaku, Polygon, all of them just taking shits. This woman beat my ass just like real women. Polygon. Absolutely hilarious. Melania's boss fight is punishingly difficult, and the audience's hostile and competitive attitudes about it are often steeped in gender toxicity. What? Honestly, that's what I said the first time I read the article. It just made absolutely 0 sense. This is why people hate game journalists now, because Polygon is allowing articles like this to be released. This is an absolutely terrible article that they should have never allowed to be published, but it's okay because everyone on social media is absolutely roasting this person now, and they deserve all of the roasting that they are getting. This is an absolutely terrible article. I don't think it should have been released, and Melania is a fantastic boss fight, and hey, she happens to be a woman. That shouldn't be a problem, but of course now it is. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.